Hey, family. How you guys doing? I should be saying fam. How you guys doing? Woo, I know y'all looking at the title like, what is she talking about? I said the same thing. I said the same thing. But I was like, let me give y'all some tips. Just some tips. And these are different. These are somewhat for success. I know you're like, we talk about business, health. I know I didn't specify. I didn't specify um because it's like I don't really know what your success, what you call success, you know. But I'm talking about the real success. I'm talking about to be real successful. And I mean, to the fact that we're not playing no games. We not, y'all know, y'all. Well, I hope you know. I'm not sure if you are on my Facebook. My Facebook is very wise. Well, it's not very wise. I'll tell you this. My Facebook is Herbalist Viola the Colon Queen. So if you are my Facebook friend, I suggest you go and just send me a friend request. Send me a friend request, and you get to see some of the things that the reason why I made this. I want to talk about 5 tips to be a better you or a successful you or for success. And that can go a long way, fam. That can go a long way. But if you can, I want you guys to make sure you let me make sure this is working right. Make sure it's working right. But I just want to make sure that you like, go ahead and hit a thumbs up. It's like I'm not begging for likes, but it just seems like the videos don't really get as far. But I'm hoping a lot of people get on because I want to really talk about some serious tips that we really need to have. I'm just going to lay out all 5 of them. I'm going to lay out all 5. I'm going to just say the 5 tips and we're going to just talk. We're going to just really talk because I really want you to ask some questions. But the 5 success tips to be a better you, to be more successful. And I was going to wait till around about 30 minutes, but I'm going to jump into it. But the 5 success, I already wrote them down. So, I'm not going to follow a script per se, but I just wrote them down. And it's really like the first tip. The first tip is, you want to know thyself. Know thyself. And I'm talking about to be success, to be a success for you. Know thyself. The second one is love thyself. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Just hear me out, family. First one is know thyself. The second one is love thyself. The third one is pay thyself. But I'm like, I had to throw that in there because we don't pay ourselves. We do not pay ourselves. Pay thyself. The fourth one is grind for yourself, your loved ones, the immediate loved ones who you need to grind for. And it's the reason why you get up in the morning, go to sleep at night. But those are the ones, these are success tips for a better you, for a successful, whatever your success was, whether it's successful in love, success and all this other success I'm sorry, I have this book because I want to talk a little bit about you. But I got this book. I'm just going to sit it here for now. Just sit it here for now. But like I said, the first one is love thyself. Oh, no. The first one is know thyself, love thyself, pay thyself. The fourth one is grind for thyself. Grind for thyself. And the last one is forgive thyself. And I know I talk about forgiveness, but forgiveness is for you. Forgiveness will stop from you from, how can I put it? Hear me out, family. The forgiveness, the fifth one is forgiveness. And you go 6, 7, 8, health and all other stuff, but we're going to get into that. But I just want to make sure I knock those out. So if you don't want to stay, but I'm going to be talking some trash. I'm going to be talking some trash. But you want to, make sure that you want to make sure that you stay because it's some serious stuff that we really don't forgive ourselves. And only reason why I put forgive ourselves last, which it should be first, but the first one is know thyself, because you already know. And I'm speaking if you're same complexion as me. I'm speaking about our people because shit's rigged, you know, stuff is effed up, I'm if you go on my podcast, Sam, if you go on my podcast, you should already know what I'm speaking of. If you go on my Facebook, and that's the reason why I threw it up, because it's some videos on there that I really want you to watch and I really want you to see. Now, if we look at the so-called what we learned in school. And the only reason why I did this because I was going to talk about the American dream. You're like, what is the American dream? My American dream is to be sovereign, to get from out of all these bills. And why are we paying for water? Why are we paying for electricity? Those are the things, I'm gonna that I just want to throw out there. But I'm serious. I'm laughing because that eases this tension and this that that spirit of trying to be mean or angry. We already know that this, and I'm gonna slow it down. We already know that this world is how can I put it, hateful, bitter. But I don't want you to be that. I want you to be a critical thinker, a free thinker, really a thinker, period. A creative thinker, however you want to be it, but I want you to be a proactive, creative thinker. And the only reason why I say all this, because we already know how the world is. We already know how the world is. We already know how things is set up and all this other stuff. And if you actually saw, let me put this down. If you actually saw the last video, who all saw the last video? If you put it in the chat, please tell me who all saw the last video. I just want to make sure, let me make this bigger. But I just want to make sure who all saw the last chat and who all saw the last video. The only reason I'm speaking about that is because of a lot of things that's going on in the world. I don't know, like I said, if you actually paid attention to, let me sit back and cut comfortable because I keep leaning back. If you actually paid attention, and I know like this video get taken down, I really don't care. But if you really look at the way everything is, who that is my complexion and or who's could be related to me that actually made it without really selling out, without, not, I don't really know how to say it, because if I had millions and billions of dollars, wouldn't I go in a monopoly? Wouldn't I like get our own hospital? Wouldn't I invest in that or get my own we just being real, you know, have your own community. And I mean a real community, a real community that you not stopped and harassed. I know y'all be like, what is she talking about? That's this just the way I feel. And like I said, if you actually watch some of the videos that I put on my Facebook, I wanted you to think like Dane Calloway. He hit it right on the head when he was speaking about what he's saying. And that's what I'm saying. For about to be a successful you, when I was saying know thyself, love thyself, pay thyself, grind for thyself, and forgive thyself, all this stuff, it stems from, like, in order for us to be really successful, I'm just being totally upfront. I put it on the podcast. We must stop these generation curses. I'm talking about the buck stop like right here. We need to stop these generational curses and know thyself. Y'all hear me? Know thyself, to make sure that you are making sure that your children is not cursed and your children's children is not cursed, all the way down from having the correct knowledge. Just like they say, they say in the Bible, they saying God saying, you're not gonna, be a part of his kingdom. Don't quote me now. Look, I ain't reading nobody, I ain't got no Bible verses. But they said my people perish for the lack of knowledge. That's because it's hidden. The lack of knowledge is hidden. And that's what I'm telling you guys. In order to be successful and for your kids to be successful and not curse and their kids, I put it on the podcast. I mean, I gave y'all some of the parts on the podcast, and I'm talking about to be a real success. And I mean a real success, because they were saying, don't pay the teachers. You ever notice how the teachers are broke? I mean, you got to be a damn near professor with a master's or a doctorate degree to really get the money. But then you look at it, is that money's for them. But what money is like left down, and hear me out, what money is like left down to the next generation? And I'm talking about their kids, because you ever notice how that band with our people, let's be honest, with our band, it's okay, mommy and daddy's rich. And then when the kids get out, the kids are damn near on welfare. And then They struggle, get up here, have kids, they up here, then their kids get back down here in the struggle instead of it being a band and we all wealthy. You know, who all noticed that? I don't know if y'all noticed that. Who all noticed that? Hey Seven, how you doing? You know, I appreciate you guys listening. But who all look at that? Like I'm talking about this lack of knowledge, and I'm talking about the true knowledge that's being hidden from us. And you really got to go and watch that video. I wish you watched that video so you can see what I'm speaking of. Now, that is like not my lane, but I want you to watch that video for you. And I'm just like passing the baton because we must stop these curses and get that forbidden fruit, that forbidden knowledge that we all see, that we're starting to come up and starting to see. And that's when we seriously, that's when we actually fast. I'm saying that's when we fast and give up some of these fleshly desires and stop staying down in this chakra. A lot of us is still down in this chakra, which is our root chakra, when we need to be up in our, look, the throat chakra, the heart chakra, we should be elevating. I'm going to say that because we're not elevated. We're all staying down here in this root chakra, in this flesh, to where we're not progressing. To be successful, stopping all of these generation curses, because it says it. If we really read the Bible the way it's supposed to be read, and if you go back, like I'm telling you, go back and watch the video. I mean, I was gonna play my phone is way over there. I was gonna play the clip, but I was like, no. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna continue this live, and I'm gonna re-edit it, and I'm gonna let you hear pieces of it. If you don't, because it's like 53 minutes, and I'm telling you, it'd be the best 53 minutes of your life. Because what I'm telling you is to be a successful person, to be more successful I need you to get that forbidden knowledge, which is the true knowledge that's being kept from you. A lot of us don't want to pay attention to it, but a lot of us need to see it, because I already know that from my parents to my grandparents, my great grandparents, all these curses are just trickling down and following us. It's just trickling down, following us. And the fact that I know it, I want to make sure, we tell our parents. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear it unless they told us, because we grew up. We wouldn't be in a situation we in. We wouldn't be in a situation we in. I know you're like, what is she talking about? Yeah, I know. I don't know if you know Ray Hagen. Anybody? I don't know if you no, yes. Y'all go and put it in the chat room. Don't be scared. Look, don't be scared. I'm already speaking. I'm already saying it, because you know how the keepers of the gate and their agents. Be honest. Yeah, I said it. Think about the gatekeepers. Think about what what they don't want. That's the secret knowledge they don't want us to know. But in order for your kids and your next generations to be uncursed, and for them to get that knowledge and to have that success, I'm telling you, we got to free our mind. We got to free our mind, be thinkers, be creative thinkers. And I mean critical creative thinkers, and really think for ourselves. We got to, it's okay. It's okay to watch TV, but watch it for a reason. Watch it for a reason, not to just, being that want, go to work, wake up, go, watch TV, eat dinner, play with the kids, on this circle, this wheel that we always on. Because I remember, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I remember just coming in. I'm like, look, shh, I'm trying to watch this show. And you be hushing the kids, and they got something to say. And we should be stopping and be like, baby, what you got? Because they tell us what we forget. I mean, they was right there with Creator. They was with them earlier. We was with them, but they was with them. Like however old your children are, especially 2, 3, 4 year olds. Y'all better stop and pay attention to them babies, because they'll remind us, and they'll be telling us secrets, and we not even paying attention. They be telling us like keys to the kingdom. They be telling us stuff, and we be like, shut up, go sit down, and Be silent. That's that old crap that they used to say kids should be seen and not heard. No. You better listen to them babies, because I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for me listening to my own children. I'm gonna be totally. If I didn't listen to Equasia, I would not. You would not. I would not be sitting in front of you owning my own business, talking about very wise alternatives and health and being an herbalist. I wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't be talking about y'all cleaning y'all colon and how important it is. Y'all wouldn't know anything about me. I probably wouldn't even be here, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? For my health, all of the stuff that was going on in my health, I would not be here. But I was like, thank goodness that I sat there and listened to my daughter. It was late in life because I should have listened to a long time ago, but I didn't. But now that, I'm here and I'm hoping you guys listen, and I hope you take the time and listen to your children, because parking your butt in front of that TV, tell them to shut up because your TV show on, especially when there's a game and all that. You be like, are you getting paid? Honestly, are you getting paid? Are they paying you? Are you learning yourself? Do you even know yourself? Because a lot of us, we get our check, we live paycheck to paycheck, and then we on this wheel instead of not living paycheck to paycheck. And this is like what I'm saying now is all about money and currency. Remember, if we go look at that dollar bill, it says federal note, and you be like, what the hell that mean? Yeah, that's a whole other video when you look at that federal note, because you're like, well, how's it a note? It ain't real money. But we put so much value on it. And that's why we go, to go to work, and we get all these bills and we get all this, and we on this circle, circle, circle. But that's a whole other note. And that's why I told you to read that book. Man, excuse me, I'm trying to think of the name of the book. Jekyll and Hyde. Who know that book about it's man, I got the book down here somewhere. I'm trying to think of the name of the book. Something about the creator of Jekyll and Hyde. That book will rock your mind. Let me see if I see this book down here. That book will, I'm telling you, that book, matter of fact, it's on it. I'm telling you, that book will, you be like, what? Uh, but I'll remember the book. It'll come to me. Y'all know how it is, family. It'll come to me. But if you read that book and it talk about the system of money, you be like, what in the hell? So if you go and listening to Dane Calloway, because this is, I'm getting information. Like I listen. Okay, so as I sit down and make products and work, well, not really work, but run my store and run the booth at the flea market. Most of the time, I'm listening to podcasts. I'm learning. I'm listening to other herbalists. I'm listening to master herbalists. I'm learning about the herbs. I'm learning about the different, how to make different teachers just to grow. I'm a master teacher. I'm a master student. I'm not a teacher. I'm a master student. But what I'm learning, I'm like, you learning all these things. And I'm like, so we learn about these gatekeepers and their agents and all that other stuff, which blew my mind. And I'm saying, listen to Dane Calloway and what he's telling you, he's making you think. Just like me, I tell you, everything I talk about, research. We must research, because you got to be better than what I'm saying. You got to master or be your own free thinker, because once you learn something, you go back and research it, you sit down, you take notes, and it's better, and it helps you. And then, like I said, for a successful, for a 5 tips already. I'm throwing these tips out, so I hope you guys are catching it. These tips I'm going over is for a successful you. 5 tips, and I was just telling you all five the ones I'm breaking down, because for one, we don't even know ourselves. When I said the last podcast, you want to learn yourself, and I got this from listening to a whole bunch of people. They were saying, start with your parents. You start learning about your mother and father. You find out your ways. You find out what you don't like, your pet peeves. Then you think about the person who raised you, or you think about the person who you like better in your household or like in your family, because some people got raised by their brother or sister. Some people was raised by their uncle, their aunt, their grandparents. You find out how how you act. Some people act old, some people act young, some people act immature, some people are hateful, bitter, nasty, got a bad attitude, killer, all this other stuff. You find that about your family, then that shows about you. You learn about yourself. As you learn about yourself, you're like, man, why I act like that? Why I do this? And it's so many different ways. Like, if y'all been following me for the last year, or really last 3 years, you'll know about Eric Thomas, when he has you do the DIS assessment. Same thing with learning your sign with the stars and the moons, and that your sign, the month you was born, a year, you learn all that. You learn that, and then as you doing your cleanses and detoxes, getting the parasites out, and pooping and eating raw. And let me tell you, that dairy, if you eating dairy, it's gonna take like, I'm gonna tell you, my next video y'all about to see, I just did another colon cleanse, and I'm like, man, how is all that still up in there? I'm just gonna leave it there. But anyway, you still learn about yourself. You still learn about yourself. So you feel like, girl, you still got stuff up in there. Look, you you still you still eat different. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, if you think about it, like, when I changed, I ate the Beyond Meat. I ain't gonna lie, I ate a lot of soy. I ate a lot of French fries. When I found out French fries was terrible, you're like, what the hell? So I'm just saying, when you learn thyself, you know what I'm saying? Like, my body, I broke out on my neck, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And right now I'm concentrating on clearing that out. But I got to make sure that I'm cleaning stuff out, like I've said, learning ourselves. Like, when you're going through this cleanse, this spiritual, you healing your whole body. You learning things, you like, man. But you change. Let me tell you, if you're the same person, I'm talking about the exact same person as last year, something is seriously wrong, unless you already went through your healing. You there. If you there, kudos. But it's always good to learn something else, or learn more, especially if you're not in a place where you want to be, especially living paycheck to paycheck. Because I'm going to tell you, if it ain't rigged, look, I don't know about y'all, but if this financial game ain't rigged, look, y'all know. I don't know if y'all want to put in the chat. Tell me this financial game ain't rigged. You talking about Patrick Dales? Yes. I started watching him as well. He's excellent, especially when he talk about the colon, and he put it there and break it down. But anyway, family, and like I said, y'all don't have to just listen to me. And don't look. I wanted to say, look, I want to just put this out. Please make sure y'all listen to a variety of people, because things I don't talk about, somebody else gonna talk about, and then y'all put this whole thing together. And you're like, oh, that's what she mean. And you go with another herbalist, like, it's best to go with a female, and a male. Because, like, I'm gonna tell you, when I was on my podcast, I know I was like, y'all want to listen to me because like, y'all want to say black. Y'all want to listen because I'm black, and I'm like, why you don't listen because I'm black? I went on and said that. I mean, well, y'all don't take me serious enough. That's what I was talking about my podcast, and the only reason why I said that, because I was like, you want to, and this is why I'm going to, because I want to throw this in here. You want to listen to somebody, like you. I'm just gonna say, you want to listen to somebody like you, even though they say we don't get along, but we do get along. But please don't be prejudiced and not listen to somebody for their skin color. Don't do that. Don't do that. I know you like, girl, did you just say that? Yes. So don't listen to somebody about their skin color. Listen to a variety of people, because you're going to learn different things. And with us researching for ourselves, that helps. And that's what knowing thyself. Because y'all know if y'all prejudiced, y'all know if y'all racist, y'all know all that stuff. Whether you don't like somebody, you judge people, but you get better. You get better. And like I said, for all this, love thyself, pay thyself, grind for thyself, and forgive thyself. And these are, and I know I don't be setting no, because I ain't doing it. Setting no, oh, this is 5 things for loving thyself. These are 5 tips for knowing ourselves. No, all of them, all 5 of them are wrapped up into, I mean, period, wrapped up into getting that how can I put it, this curse up off ourselves from that forbidden knowledge that we all need to know. And I hope you guys, did y'all watch the video? Did y'all watch the video? You know, who are you guys, all my Facebook friends? I'm still serious. And I don't know if you listen to the podcast, but the podcast, most of the time when I answer supporters questions, or if I'm speaking to somebody, that triggers these live videos, because I gotta get some, I gotta get like a subject to really talk about. And I know I said I was gonna talk about the it's really the intricate system, and I ain't saying the word right, because I wanted to tell you about the pineal gland. So don't think that I'm not. I'm gonna talk about in the end of probably the end, or it might just be another live. I may go live tomorrow. It all depends on the weather. I almost canceled the live tonight because it is storming outside. There's a tornado watch that just hit North Carolina and almost, canceled because it was raining real hard. But I'm glad I didn't cancel. And you guys got me. Y'all better look, and y'all better, since y'all have me, y'all better ask some questions. You need to say, dang, I wish I could talk to him. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm a live person. Y'all can ask some questions in there. And don't be shy. Don't be shy. And look, hit the like button. I ain't going to refresh this thing. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. But family, it's crucial. It's crucial with knowing thyself, because like once you get your parents out the way, or whoever raised you, learning yourself and going back and learning this spiritual walk. Because what I was saying about myself now, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it, I might lose some subscribers, but ain't no way in hell, when I was saying about me and me growing up, that I'm gonna believe that a white man died on a cross for me. I mean, I know you don't want to hear that. I know you probably get off, but like, I ain't listening to her. But these are some of the things that we're hook, line, and sinker that we've been lied to. And this is what I was talking about. We must stop lying to ourselves and be the real us. And I was listening to one of these guys. I listen to a whole lot of poetry. I really do. And then I listen to different songs, because different songs give you power, give you insight. Because sometimes, you listen to some nonsense and that'll put your spirit someplace. You're like, you feeling this way. No, I'd rather listen to something positive, calm, that's going to keep me uplifted and keep me fed. Keep me fed. I mean, fed to where you get the bread from the Bible to keep you fed. But I was listening to, and these videos are very old with Dr. Ray Hagan. These videos are super old. So yeah. And I'm trying to make sure I say his name right. But if you go back and watch the videos, and I know, you be like, there is a such thing as Jesus, but Jesus is not white. And I just want to say that. And I know y'all are like, girl, you shouldn't be talking about that. Well, we have to realize when we how can I put this? When we have that lack of knowledge. And then we go around being fooled and lied to and tricked, how can you be successful? How you not know when somebody's pulling the wool over your eyes? I mean, I used to walk around and be like, am I being punked? Because what did you say? I mean, I promise you, I go around, I be like, dang. It must be a camera. I be wondering where the camera is. I be like, why am I being punked? Why do you think I'm gonna go for that? Why do you think I'm gonna go for the okie doke? Then I be like, dang, I got fooled again. I don't know about y'all, but I said I go so tired of being fooled, tricked, lied to, and gotta start all over and gotta do this and gotta do that. And I know, even like, girl, where's the successful? This is it. These are your tips. That's why you gotta know yourself. Think about it. That's why you got to love thyself. That's why you got to pay thyself. Because living paycheck to paycheck, man, y'all know another demic coming, right? If y'all don't know, it's already on TikTok. It's already on TikTok. And I talked about it on my podcast. I did. I put it up there. If y'all don't know, you know now. Y'all know now. They trying to do something in 2025. They probably speed it up. They probably speed it up because you'd be like, what in the hell? They probably speed it up because stuff ain't happening fast enough. Stuff ain't happening fast enough. But that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. I want to make sure the time. But I'm getting in the sweet spot. I'm getting in the sweet spot. So all who all listened to the podcast with Dane Calloway? Who listened to him about the gatekeepers? Who watched that video? Nobody? I'm telling you, he really talks about our history. Now, the last, I want to say it's the last, I'm not sure if it was alive, but it blew my mind about the gatekeepers and their agents and what was, and I said, that makes so much damn sense. And I'm like, no, what? I'd be like, no wonder. I was like, no wonder I didn't make, how can I put it? We heard our own success. We hurt our own success by leaving money on the table because we're afraid to talk about this or afraid to speak up about this or don't want to shine as much because you want your mate or your business partner or whoever, you want them to get it instead of you just passing them by. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we pick the wrong parts because we like, oh, but I like him. And they be like, you settling. You be like, well, he liked me or she liked me. Let me just get along to be alone. I mean, we hurt our own success. We hurt our own success when we went in, when we're in these stagnant relationships. And look, this is knowing thyself, loving thyself, grinding for thyself. You know what I'm saying? These are all, I'm telling you, when we don't forgive ourselves, when we don't, let's talk about this forgiveness. When we don't forgive ourselves, guess what we do? We let ourselves get stuck. And I mean get stuck. Like if it happened when you 12, 5, 6, 12, 13, 36, 41, you get stuck right there and you don't go further. And you be like, man, I hate them. And then all your beautiness and all the stuff you was doing puts you right there. And then you got to climb back out that hole. Put you right there, climb back out that hole. And y'all already know we got some people that people's dead and gone and we still traumatized and letting them put a hold on us and we mess up our own success. We mess up our own success. But y'all get what I'm talking about because I be like, whoa, Nelly, forgive, because the forgiveness is for you. It ain't for the other person. And plus, it's like, let it be their problem. Let it be their problem. You got to let it be their problem because sometimes we have up and break up and ruin everything, our food and everything because we let the wrong people sit at our table and damn well you don't want them sitting there. Y'all know. You be like, like they talk about Jesus knew there was Judah. I mean, a Judas, y'all know. But remember, those are parables. Those are parables. Those are, yeah, because, like I said, Jesus is not white, mine ain't. So I just wanted to say that. And we got what she said, can't respond to everything. Oh, you getting my, okay, you getting your hair washed. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I just want you to, hear what I'm saying. Because look, I'm telling you, if you go back and watch those videos, Dane Calloway, Ray Hagan, y'all go back and watch, you be like, wait a minute. You be like, what the hell? Wait a minute. I'm telling you, when I first listened to his video like 5 years ago, and I mean 5 years ago, was it? Yeah, about 5 years ago. Yeah. Going on 51. I was like, what? I mean, I was so crushed. I was mad at everybody. I said, because you keep lying. Then I said, no, I could see how you throw that Santa Claus in here, and then we get mad at you. Then you throw the Easter Bunny, and you get mad at you. You throw this and you throw that, and then we run around here being materialistic, running to all these name brand, and then we broke. And because you're not, it studied lies and lies and lies, and then we got this hole in our heart because our God, our mother and father, our God lied to us. So we feeling empty, brokenhearted instead of just knowing the truth. Because if you know the truth, you'll think different. You'll be critical thinkers, and then we eating all this meat, flesh, dairy that's poisoning and killing us, and it's still taking our minds and hurting the hypothalamus gland. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta get how little that thing is. You hurting, no, your pituitary gland. I keep saying hypothalamus. You hurting your pituitary gland, and you sometimes be wondering why things is off. Your hormones, and then you wondering why you putting all these chemicals in your body because you bitter, mad, angry, and you grow up to be this angry, mad child. And then that's why I keep saying forgive your parents, because we being mad, we being bitter, and then we can't see the tree. We can't even see the how they say the forest, but the trees. I don't know. I'm not good with sayings. But we be having things right in front of our face and we miss it because we bitter, we angry. Instead of saying, okay, I forgive you. It's just have that little grace, because they was lied to. They were lied to too by the gatekeepers and they know what they're doing. Like, the reason why I chose that young man, because I wanted to point right at everybody. Because you need to go to the mirror and point at you and then be a better you, because it's up to you to know that forbidden fruit, that forbidden knowledge. And it was what is the forbidden I can't even say it. My tongue is tied, and I'm trying to make sure I say the correct words. But it's knowing the forbidden fruit, because when they say about Eve eating the forbidden fruit, that was like cold words, and you be like, okay, let me go and research this, because he speaks of a book, and if you research, you be like, wait a minute, and everything is coded. I mean, like I was talking about the last live, when we speak of words, everything's coded. You be like, oh shoot, I'm trying to tell you. Just imagine if you had, like I say, if how can I put it? Who would I would say? Just imagine everybody father was Malcolm X. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, dang, how much knowledge I had. I know we all can't have Malcolm X as a father, but I'm talking about the Malcolm X, the one that got killed. Because when you be breaking things down, things be happening, and we can speak on that. We can speak on that. I mean, for us to be successful, you get too much big wig. Y'all already know I'm about to say. You get too much a big wig and you showing your ass, or they gonna knock you back down and say you know your place. Because when I was listening to this thing, I'm like, well, dang. So you trying to say that, where my shoe? I ain't even got a shoe in here, family. They saying that we lower than a shoe. We was on the bottom of the shoe. I'm talking about my people. And I ain't from Africa. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not from Africa. So they said we the bottom of the shoe. And it's like, well, damn. And then you see what's on top and the hierarchy and all that other stuff. And we're talking about be a successful you. You got to know that forbidden fruit, know that forbidden knowledge. But and I don't know if you really want to talk about it. I don't know if I'm gonna do I'm already talking live. So I ain't gonna be saying send me your email and we go talk about it on Zoom. But watch the videos. The videos are there before they get taken down. Watch Ray Hagen about the forbidden fruit, the fruit of the knowledge, and go watch and put these and watch them. Right after each other. You be like, wait a minute. Let me not get my children cursed. Let me uncurse my children. Let me uncurse their children, because they said that their children will be cursed and their children will be cursed. You be like. And y'all remember saying that in church? Who all remember that in church? Who all remember that? Because I wrote that down. That's something I said, and I wrote that down when I was in my 30s. And I said I was gonna go back and go back, because I was real unruly in church. I ain't gonna lie, but like, that don't sound right to me. That don't sound right. But I'm gonna listen, because they say honor thy mother and thy father. And sometimes you be like, not saying my mother and father are fool, but sometimes you can't honor stuff that sound foolish, that sound like a whole bunch of horse manure. Come on now. You be looking at these. I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean? Don't doubt and don't ask questions. You be like, look, I don't know about you, but sometimes we got to get back there. No, all the time. Be creative. Be a thinker. Be a thinker. It's time to go against the grain and learn. So for those who just coming on, the 5 tips that we're going over, the ones that we got to get, and y'all already know, and half of you already know how to do some of these things because I've been talking about it for at least 2 years now. At least 2 years about loving yourself and forgiving yourself, knowing thyself. That right now, right, that should be one. To know yourself, because two, once you know yourself, you're gonna love yourself even more. You are. That grind and pay, I threw that in there. Because a lot of us, we do not pay ourselves. We do not give ourselves credit. We do not give us our worth. We so quick to pay them tithes and offerings, and we don't pay ourselves. And then if you go read it and get it breaking down, it's omitted. I'm gonna tell you, it's omitted because it was telling about the pastors and the preachers, the tithes and offering. That's what that was saying. They shouldn't be asking for that money. Look, y'all gotta go read it for yourself. You gotta read the whole chapter and break it down. Because you ever notice how, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. You ever notice how when the pastors and they be up there talking about the Bible, you get one verse here and you go way back to another chapter here and you go way back, flipping the page. You're like, wait a minute, why I gotta flip the page? I'm gonna say it. I don't know if y'all want to keep on talking to me, but I'm gonna say, you be like, why you got flip here and then go get this book and then go get this book, and you be like, wait a minute, well, which ones are true, which ones are lie? But remember, when you read the Bible, it's a lot of parables, and then in there, if you read it, it'll sit there and say that it's not real. I forgot the word they use, because y'all know when you break down words from other cultures, it's a whole other meaning. Like this pen. This is a writing instrument that has ink. And you know what I'm saying? We got to break this down, because when we speak words and speak different languages, do y'all know it's different languages and different phrases when you go into another language, and you're like, that is not what that word is. That same thing when they was breaking down the Bible. You be like, wait, that, come on, who feel me? Who feel me? Come on now, who feel me? Who feel that? And that's what I'm talking about, Mike. I'm right there about the slave. We still slaves, and ain't nothing happened, ain't nothing changed, ain't nothing changed. I'm gonna just say it again. I know I gotta calm down, Mike. I know I gotta calm down. Ain't nothing changed. And I'm gonna say it like this: ain't nothing changed from, I say, the 1900s. Because when I found out, and I'm gonna tell you, when I found out that there was, how they say, there were three different eras. Because like me being a 60s babies, I was thinking that's when we first was trying to, say that we not Negro or nigger or all this other stuff, that we're not that. You know what I'm saying? And we was fighting to be, part of what we supposed to be part of, sovereign and all this other stuff. And you be like, trying to get this, like they like back in the, how can I put it? Back in we talking about the 1890s. Oh, we were wealthy. We were wealthy. We had different cities, but they got the agents coming in, ratting us out. Oh, you need to shut this place down, shut that place down, shut this place down. Because in the 1920s, that poverty crap was not us. It was not us. It was them trying to get theirs. Y'all gotta go read that stuff. And it breaks it down. So if you want to be a successful person, you got to learn thyself and really learn thyself. And I mean, learn your culture, because as you growing, as fasting, which we all should be doing, fasting and meditating, deep breathing exercise. Y'all see how it goes back to health? Because the Bible puts you in there. When they was talking about Eve, the book, if y'all go and read it, Adam and Eve, when they talk about Adam and Eve, we was not from a man's rib. That was just something to make the man dominant. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. So we gotta really go down there. So for be a successful person, you have to find out who you are. And I'm talking about my brothers and sisters. You gotta find out who you are. Yeah, we really do. So when you go and read this and get this knowledge, this forbidden fruit, because that forbidden fruit, want you all so your children won't be cursed. Just saying. I don't want your children to be cursed because I don't want my children. You know, I already got grandchildren, so I got a lot of work to do. I'm still going to keep learning myself and keep learning myself because that's the way you're going to be a successful person. And you want to be successful and you know what? Half of you already success because let me tell you, you want to be success in love, knowing how to love your family, knowing how to love them enough to not give them meat, not give them dairy, not give them. And that's a whole other, and I'm talking about that agape love. You be like, oh, I already gave them candy. Because when I had to tell my kids, like when I had my grandbaby, my mother, no, I'm like, don't give her no meat. And I be straight up. I said, don't give her no dairy. Because when she with me, she ain't, And I be so serious because I was like, ooh, I'm just saying, family, look, don't, and don't think I'm some holy, or whatever I want to say, because ain't no holy here. You know, if I ate a Twizzler, you know, so when I be doing my treat day, I be eating a Twizzler. Do the Twizzler got a little pork in it? Yes, it do. Yes, it do. You know what I'm saying? Would I eat a Dorito? Yes, I had a Dorito maybe like 6 months ago. So I'm just gonna just put these things out there because this world is set up. I'm just gonna tell you the way this world is set up. I can't even trust the apples and oranges because of what the stuff I'm hearing. I'm like, well, dang, now y'all fucking with the fruit. Now I'm gonna be honest. You know, do I feel a little irate? I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh because you know I want to make sure that I'm not putting the wrong chemicals in my body. But now they messing with the fruit. Why? Why you think they messing with the fruit? Who in there can talk about why they messing with the fruit? You already know. Because they don't want us to be, they don't want this, that they don't want that like I was talking about your pituitary gland. They don't want your pineal gland. They don't want you to be in this your heart and throat chakra. They want you staying down here in the root where you fear and you in fleshly, you in this desire and this lust. They want you to be down here. I want you to be in your heart and your throat chakra to speak up, to love. You know what I'm saying? That's the chakra I want you to be in. That's where, so you can get to Christ. Because a lot of us, if y'all realize how much mucus and how much crap you got in your head, because when your blood is dirty, baby, I'm trying to tell you, when your blood is dirty, that's the only reason I'm always talking about cleaning that gut. That's what I'm always talking about, clearing up your body. Because I'm going to tell you, I wouldn't know all the stuff I wouldn't have known if I wouldn't have listened to my daughter and really listened and got my temple, my this body, this flesh. If I wouldn't have want to not, stop suffering in silence. When she was telling my, you should, she was basically telling me to exercise and watch what I eat. Because when she started being plant-based, she saw how can I put it? She saw the change. Because believe it or not, I mean, I'm waiting for my daughter to share her story, but I know I showed y'all like maybe like 2020. My daughter was maybe, I want to say maybe 100 or because she could have been 230 pounds or 200. Don't quote me on the exact weight, but she was in the 200s, and she's a little taller than me. Not even that, maybe by some hair. You know what I'm saying? By some hair. But my daughter's, she could be like 5'6". She could be like 5'6". I'm 5'4". So she's a little, not even that. She could be 5'5". Don't even quote me on this height crap, because don't even quote me. But anyway, she's a little bit taller than me. So you could just know how, how large she was. And that bothered her. So what she did, she started walking. So she changed herself with eating plant-based and working out. But I just did 23 years in the military. And she like, you should already know this stuff. But look, just because you're in the military and just because, you do things, that don't mean you know about eating healthy, because from I know and I'm thinking meat is healthy. Who knew it didn't have no nourishment? Nourishment, family, nourishment. Who knew it didn't? Who knew that was just pus and blood and gook? And I know I'm gonna say it nasty because I want to deter you, but you know what I'm saying? Who knew? Did y'all know? I know. Did y'all know? But I'm just being so real. I'm being so real. So she checked me. And that's why I'm here speaking with you guys. Because I said no, because I'm gonna be a master student. I'm gonna always be a master. I'm not gonna be a teacher. I'm just telling you the things that I learned to grow for me to be a better person. So that's why I said, let me share this with y'all. Because y'all know I'm always sharing, it be some stuff that they don't want you to know. Y'all go read about them gatekeepers. Shoot, Jamie Foxx, that ain't happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, when you go against the grain, it's but I'm talking about success for you. Because when you get success, that's the way it happens. That's the way it happens. Look, Mike, I know, I ain't gonna keep going too far. I ain't gonna go too far, but y'all go watch them videos. Dane Calloway. I mean, the books. He already got books already documented about the lies, and you read them books, and I'm telling you, it's gonna punch you in your gut, and you're gonna be like, wait a minute, what you said? And this is you learning you. This is you learning you. It'll open your eyes and it'll make you see just the same how when I was telling you, listen to Ray Hagen, those videos, just go in there, type Ray Hagen or type in the forbidden fruit, just like that song Strange Fruit. You read these, you be like, what the hell? Because and then what I was speaking about the 1890s, we were wealthy. We were wealthy. We were not slaves. We were not slaves. I was like, and I know y'all know, but so it's just in case there's new people and they want to see this video. We were not slaves, right? So then but that's when the first, they was trying to, put some stuff together. Then the 1900s, then a whole lot of starts, a whole lot of things start. But from what I'm learning, but there was 3 eras of the civil rights movement. There was 3 eras. So it was in the 1890s, and it was the round about 1913 in the 1920s. Because the 1920s, of course, that happened because that was them. That wasn't us. That wasn't us. That's when a lot of our different places was bombed. That's why you hear about Rosewood. That's why you hear about, all these towns that was underwater right now and buried and all this other stuff. And it just brings something up into you that makes you want to hate. But I don't want you to hate. I want you to have knowledge of self, to know how to bring it down and know how to maneuver and not have your family be cursed because the forbidden knowledge. You're eating of that apple that they talk about in the Bible. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm giving you that apple. So these tips is giving you that apple. I'm just saying. Y'all go back and watch. You be like, what in the hell? I ain't well versed, but they got the knowledge, and I'm giving you these keys, and I'm giving these videos that y'all need to watch. Yeah, I really need to watch them, because you'll be like amazed. You'll be like, wait a minute. And then you could do the research yourself, and then that'll be definitely a better you. And then you will grow. And as you growing, then your children will know, and their children, their children. So we just got to get up on these curses. We get up off these curses, grow our own food, know how to get, pivot out here, have our own water, have electricity in your house. I'm trying to tell you, get up off these bills. Because if you go to Yaki Awakening, he tells you about getting up all these bills, how to be, same thing about Herbalist Kareem. He tells y'all how to make money out here. You know what I'm saying? Make the money that's going to give you residual income to where you're not living paycheck to paycheck, and we're not doing stuff frivolous. We're actually, you know, um, storing up, storing up, not hoarding, but storing up so you can help, other family members, create that village, create that team. So you all living, you know, fine without, when you got your next generation, they're taken care of, and the next generation taken care of, the next generation taken care of. And that's when you get your trust together. And as you get your trust together in your nonprofit, you all get insurance policies. Instead of having the insurance policy pay your individual, the insurance policy pay into the trust, and that's your family bank. I told you going to get some information after the 30-minute mark, because these gatekeepers are here. Gatekeepers, their agents are in your family. So you just saying, if y'all go back to my podcast when I was talking about our own people, we perish for lack of knowledge because some of our own people being there ratting and saying, like, what the fuck? I'm just saying, y'all watch these videos and y'all know. Go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. I'm going to say that over and over and over and over again. I know I'm not reading the messages, but I just want to make sure. Now, I don't know why Heaven Plus 7 said no. But I'm trying to think that I miss any questions. Anybody got any questions? Look, I appreciate you guys. I really do. But it's some critical things that we really need to pivot. And I mean really pivot in what's going on now. Because if things are just right blatant in your face, I mean blatant. Y'all know. So, and I know I'm like the little on the totem pole. So something, maybe this video stay up a little longer, but I'd rather you know. So if you want to be successful, know the forbidden fruit. Know the forbidden fruit. Make sure you know thyself, love thyself, ground for thyself, pay thyself, and I mean pay yourself. You same thing you put in them tithes, space you put in the offering. You need to pay yourself, because you already know when we get my age, you be like, wait a minute. The roof need fixing, this need fixing, and no one's doing nothing. And people are passing away. We having these GoFundMe. No one's putting the trust together. No one is having no one's having the insurance policy go in the trust to take care of the family. Everybody's having the trust go to one person, and that one person will be like, bye. I'm telling you, right? And then you have like 6 or 7 brothers and sisters. They're all fighting for grandma house, fighting for the jury. Because y'all see what happened to what's his name, James Brown. I don't know if y'all know James Brown. They had him on ice inside the house for like years. Don't quote me on that. It could have been months, but I know it was like. But how you gonna have somebody on ice in the house for even over 3 months? You'd be like, can you just bury them already? But they was fighting for nothing. Because that note, y'all gotta go read your money. It says a federal note. So if they call that note, the Federal Reserve call that note, what you think we got? What you think we got? Why y'all think they keep raising the debt ceiling? Let's get off the money and create a better wealth system so we can be like the Rockefellers. Because the Rockefellers, if y'all go and I'm telling you, you might have a little attitude or a little resentment. Don't have it. Just breathe. Do some deep breathing, some diaphragmatic breathing, and just listen to the information with an open mind. And then you be like, okay, now I know what to do. Now I know what I do. Now I know how to set the trust up. Now I know how to set my insurance policy up. And make sure you get an insurance policy that has cash value. You want a cash value, whole life. You get the whole life in term. It all depends on, but everybody should have a policy, even the babies. A policy and make sure it pays in the trust. I'm trying to tell you, it's time to create generational wealth without these cusses. You know what I'm saying? These curses. I said cusses, but y'all know what is curses. Because I'm telling you, we perish for a lack of knowledge that knock, and you be like, well, what's the lack of knowledge? I better stop believing in white Jesus. Yep. Cut it out. Cut it out. Because look, we got to learn when we lied to, when things been written for us to be like this. We're like this. Don't think that wasn't for a reason. I mean, we all, and I be like, man, I was like that. I'm going to tell you. I just learned this. We're talking about within a 5-year course. You be like, within the last 5 years. You be like, girl, I knew 20 years ago. Good. Just make sure your children's not cursed. Make sure your children not cursed. So they know, so their children won't be cursed. Because come on now. It's a lot of stuff that we just got to get. Because now I be like, man, that's what they was talking about. Because I remember, honestly, there was this bum on the street. Yes. But he was so knowledgeable. He used to always say things. I'm like, man, you crazy. The Jesus I know. And I was saying, and I'm like, man, he told me years ago. But I was like, no, he's just a bum and he crazy. He wasn't crazy. He knew the truth, and he took himself out of the matrix. He took himself. He said, y'all can have this shit. That's what he said. He said, y'all can have it, because he knew. He knew. And I'm like, man. But I'm in here. Y'all got anything? I'm in here. Exactly. Yes. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to throw this out here. They praying to people that look like us. We got so much stuff hidden from us. That's why, how can I put this? That's why they was teaching us not to travel, if y'all really get what I'm saying. Like, they made Africa like it was a smelly, creepy place that we don't want to visit. They were showing all this poverty, and it was like a Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? And another thing we need to do, we need to give stuff back to Haiti. We need to travel there. We need to have ships to go there so they can get their money back. Because I'm telling you, they being bombarded, and they just been, I'm just telling you, it's just so many things that we need to reverse and change, and just realize, to be like, wait a minute. Just like I don't know if y'all, I know I need to talk lower. Just like, I don't know if y'all ever got a letter, and the postmaster general always stopped us. And I'm not telling you to do it, because you shouldn't do it. And I think that's the main reason why they don't want to do Cash App. Because imagine 100 people Cash App you $1. You know, I ain't telling y'all to do that. But I remember back in the day, I want to say like back in the 90s, they used to pay for addresses and go and ask everybody for $1. So you can get a whole list by 1,000. People would pay and have this nice letter, and it was all cute and pretty, and it was like at the last name at the thing, send me $1. I don't know if y'all remember that. I ain't telling y'all don't do this, fam, because the postmaster general will send you a letter. How I know? Because they sent it to me, and I was like, I ripped up all the envelopes, and I stopped, and I shredded, because you can't get in trouble, because they monitoring you. They be like, you ain't doing that. But it's about being aware, and it's about getting that knowledge. And listen, y'all don't have to believe me from what I'm saying. You don't. Research it. Go watch the videos. Research the stuff for yourself. You be like, dang, what else I'm missing? What else I'm not? What else? And it will blow your mind if you don't know, because it blew mine. I'm like, wow. I said, now I see this. Now I see that. Now I can pivot differently in business, especially who you should have a business partner with. I'm being totally honest, because how can I put this? If you're born and raised here, right, you'll get better. You will get different education, different, y'all know, from people that's not born here. They will get a different perspective of us. I'm just saying. And no slight to, if you listen and you from another, y'all know what y'all heard about us and all this, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's just to keep us separated. It's to keep us separated, and we shouldn't be separated. So just want to throw that out there. But I'm gonna end here. I saw something. This is how they know how. Yeah, exactly. But it's a little deeper than that. It's a little deeper than that, though. It's a little deeper than that. Because that's why they got the gatekeepers agents there. Because that's why I say you got that's how a lot of our people was taken down. I mean, just think about it. Just think if I mean, for example, we're just talking. So I'm gonna sit back now. I'm not supposed to be talking about that, but I'm gonna talk about this later. I'm gonna talk about this later, the hypothalamus and the pineal gland and your glands. I'll talk ourselves gonna talk about that, but I'm gonna talk about that later. But just think about this, family. Why do you think Michael Jordan didn't go and just hear me out? Why do you think he didn't just go and create his own? I mean his own, where he recruited a team instead of buying a team that's already there. Just like Jay-Z and Beyonce. Think about that. Why they don't have their own record company, and I mean record company, and helping everybody else instead of doing the same thing. If y'all get what I'm saying. I know I talked about this before, but just think of like right now I can't just go open a supermarket, you know what I'm saying? And there are coming out, because I know of two places that has a supermarket that's only you. Now I don't really well, let me slow down. I know of two supermarkets that is black owned, and I'm not saying it's 100% only black companies that can put their stuff in that store. That's what I don't know. They could take others, but you get what I'm saying, right? And we just talk about monopolies. We just talk about monopolies. Just like there's a lot of car dealerships, but is there a all black owned, that's producing their own cars? There are, believe it or not, there are companies that's in Africa, but you would rarely see them right here in the United States. Yes, there are, and I read that. I was like, wow, why aren't those automobiles over here? And I'm like, man, I'm just saying, just like we ain't got our own hospital. A lot of things that we could have right now, it's always going to be an issue. It's always going to be an issue. And I know y'all talked about this, but I said I'm going to put on a video and talk about it, because it says 5 tips for a successful you. We fix these things and you change these things and be uncursed, you're going to have success. You're going to have success. But the success, that I want you to have now, I want you to be successful in thinking, successful in loving your family, successful in paying yourself. You know what I'm saying? Really paying yourself, so you won't be like me and be like, dang, No, I'm talking when I first got out the military, and just up until like maybe 5 or 6 years, I was still living check to check. I would say I was still living check to check. You're like, well, dang, how you retire and you still living check to check? Because you ain't set up always right. You're not set up always right, and you don't get the information. And now that we got YouTube University, shoot, y'all can go in there and learn so much, and I mean so much. But I know I done ran my mouth. I ran my mouth so much. Um, but did anybody got any question before I get off? I know it's past the hour. And I hope y'all look, Dane Calloway, Ray Hagan, of course, Herbis Cream's videos, and what was the other one? What was it? It was my mind done. I'm just trying to make sure, because these are where I want you guys to go and listen to. And it was Yaki Awaken, because they break things down to you and sit here and get you to be like, wait a minute. And they put it down so I know I should be talking about some other females, right? But y'all got me. Y'all got me. I'm giving y'all the information. But I need y'all to go back and watch some of those videos, because there's some powerful videos. And I want you to grow. I want you to be master students. You're like, I ain't gonna be no master student. Continue to be a master student, because when you go watch some videos and they sit there and say how the gatekeepers, like on their number one rule, it says do not pay the teachers. And you're like, girl, what you talking about? I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there. It says, do not pay the teachers. But family, that is all I have. And I hope I ain't even hoping because I know you got it. I know you got it. I know you got it. I know because you don't watch all my videos. You done saw some of the podcasts and listen to some of those, and you already seen those videos. I know y'all got it. Y'all educated. Y'all educated. And I hope you unlearn that stuff you learned from school. Because I'm gonna tell you what for what hit me in the head was, what hit me in the head was, you know how, like right now, all they say is you got to be college educated, you got to be this and you got to be that. And I was like, so I got to be indoctrinated, I got to be vaccinated, I'm just saying, family. You be hitting all these things and you be like, wait a minute. So, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, you get along to be along, and you be like, wait a minute now. But I'm in now, family. I'm in now. Because I can just go on and keep going on, and I need to shut my mouth. Yes. 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 And gratitude. Y'all make sure y'all well, if y'all text me, I can send y'all some of Mike's some of his products. Serious, I can see some of his products. I should have put it over here. That's what I should have did. I should have did that. So, Mike, don't worry. The next video, I'm gonna have some of your products up there. So I'll make sure I promote you because I want to make sure they getting that stuff. He has a potent. I mean, if you want to have children, because a lot of us be like, man, my hormones. I'm telling you, he'll fix your pituitary gland, because your pituitary gland, y'all gotta stop playing. Yeah, it's so tiny, but if we got all this gook and all this all this glymphatic, if our glymphatic system's not moving, I'm family. It's gonna stay clogged. That's why you gotta move that your lymphatic system. You gotta move it. That's what I'm talking about. I had to throw poop in there. I'm the colon queen. I had to throw the poop in there because a lot of us not doing it. And we hear so much bullshit with all this other stuff. You be like, man, can I not have that? Can I have the truth? Can I have the forbidden knowledge? Because I'm telling you, we perish from the lack of knowledge. And you be like, well, what is that? That's what the gatekeepers are keeping from you. So y'all go watch them videos and y'all be knowing what the gatekeepers are keeping for you. Then you be like, okay, all right, let me go get this book. Go get that book. I'm telling you, get the books. I got them on order now. I did the video. I said I'm gonna go. I'm not even gonna wait for I'm not, because I don't have Amazon Prime no more. You're like, girl, stop telling your business. I don't have Amazon Prime no more. I ain't paying them. Yeah, Mike, I ain't paying them. I put my business out there because I was like, man, I'm gonna cut off some of these bills, because that's what the thing is. You gotta keep your income. I'm paying myself. I'm cutting off some of these monthly charges, and I'm like, okay. But I can get somebody else to order for me and give them money, because they don't want you sharing the passwords no more. I know. Girl, you being cheap. No. If one person having a family, you good, right? So y'all know. I'm going to end now. I know I'm cutting up. But I love you guys. If y'all have any questions, support at Verywisealternatives.com, and I'll answer your questions. I'll answer them on the podcast. I'm just saying. Or I may trigger another video. But I know I talk too much, but I am so serious, and I'm a make sure I'm telling y'all the information. And I just realized I did change the picture, but the first let me correct this. So my first thumbnail was a gentleman and he was pointing. So I did that wrong. I changed it and put my picture, because when you do a thumbnail, it should be you. These are some tips for business as well. When in business, make sure you always try to put your name, your logo, your something, so somebody can always get back to you. So with me keeping a picture up there, they'll know, okay, that's that girl, that's that gal. So I just, a little brain clog, a brain, not that. Rebuke, cancel, cancel, cancel. But I had to think because you sitting here trying to do some thumbnails, man. I tell you. But anyway, I love you guys. I'm in here. If y'all got, like I said, any questions, support at Very Wise Alternatives. And gratitude for you guys taking the time to listen. And Mike, I really appreciate you. I really, really, really appreciate you. So you guys, make sure y'all take a look at Third Element Vitality. Awesome young man. Check out his YouTube channel. Just go over there, support him, even if you just go in there and subscribe. And if you want to look later, but just subscribe, support this man. I appreciate him helping me, taking his free time to support me. And he's got his own business and he's helping me on my YouTube channel. So Mike, gratitude, I love you, bro. But good night, family. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful week, year. And look, enjoy life. Love your family, love you, pay you, you know what I'm saying? Forgive you and learn you. Do all that. So until next time, peace, family.